welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Sarah Curley. So excited for a dynamic Davios episode today. In studio with me is our manager here. How's it going, Jacqueline?
Hello.
Hello. Okay, your life. I wish I had like a behind the scenes reality show edition of your life as a manager. What does it look like being the manager of Davios?
Being a general manager, my hand is in every little aspect of the restaurant, so sometimes it gets a little chaotic, but I kind of go back to, I was raised with 9 brothers and sisters, so
Okay,
having
you're
that chaos,
very qualified.
Yes, having that chaos all the time, you just kind of like breathe in and just feel like compartmentalize everything.
Okay, 9 kids. So oldest, youngest, in the middle, where are you?
I'm like right in the middle with my sister Amelia, so there's 5 in front, 5 below, and so we're kind of
That's
the
awesome.
crutch. Yeah.
That's amazing. And why restaurant? How did you get in the restaurant biz?
Okay, so I went to school for art, and I was like, I don't want to be a starving artist. So I called one of my friends, and I'm like, how do I make money? I was working at an art gallery. I was going to school for art, and he's like, I can get you into restaurants, but I'm warning you, once you get in, you're not going to be able to get out. And we're both still in restaurants. So it's been over 20 years, 21
Congratulations,
years.
20 years. That's amazing. And I'm sure the restaurant industry's changed so much pre-COVID, post-COVID, the dining decisions just in general here in North Texas. So many things. So you guys don't go away. We've got so much to dish here with Davios. Okay, Jacqueline, share with me the Davios story.
It's a Massachusetts-based restaurant. And we have guests that come to Grandscape and they walk through the door and they're like, is this the Davios, like Boston, from Boston? And we're like, yes. And they are just blown away. So Steve DiFilippo is our celebrity chef, the owner, the inspiration, for us. He has a book that's called It's All About the Guest. And it's a phenomenal read. It's a cookbook, it's his memoir, it's, basically, he went to school for business, and so you can use it in any aspect. It's a great read, and, it's something that I've gotten little snippets from the book and cut them out and put them up. We have like an area where the servers and our inner guests go, and so I have little snippets of stuff that he's written and little quotes from him that are really inspirational and that we post up in the restaurant. Davios in Grandscape has been here. We're going on 2 years in November.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
I had the honor and privilege of meeting Mr. Steve. Oh my gosh. The most charismatic person I've ever met, next to my dad. Okay, Jeff Curley is like super charisma. I mean, Steve, these two go hand in hand with just larger than life personality, entrepreneurs. I mean, it is all about the guest. Like, I feel that when you walk through the restaurant, and he has been able to take that concept and vision for the restaurant and just multiply it. And it's so successful. And we feel that as guests, down to every dish. It's so heartwarming every day. I mean, everybody comes in and this is just a big smile, and you really feel like you're on vacation having dinner or maybe lunch. I mean, it's just amazing. And I just love that he's been able to inspire his team, and we feel that as guests. It's just so nice. And I loved meeting him for the first time. It was at a media event, and he just like was there cracking the pepper and like getting to know everybody. It wasn't like this like, attitude, like, he is just so down to earth, but very famous, very successful, so much. He came in here and did some interviews, and we'll play a couple of those clips so you guys get to know Steve.
It's about service here. Remember? I love it. Okay, I'll whack you over the head.
Love the shoes. And I know in studio here, you have a trend going on with these shoes. Show them off.
Yes. Okay, which side am I on?
Okay, so what is it about these shoes? It's because you're on your feet all the time?
Yeah, you're on your feet all the time. Running around in heels is, that's what you were talking about with Steve. He's cracking the pepper. He's in the front of the house. He's in the back of the house. That's the amazing thing is that guy is a jack of all trades. He can do it all. And so general managers have to be able to jump in and help out in the same sense. So I wear the same shoes that he has. I've actually been wearing these for almost 20 years. But yeah, just having those clogs on, they really help for speed and comfort too.
Yes, definitely. And the traction, you don't want to be slipping.
Yeah.
So do you have is there sometimes with servers, both hands are filled with the waters, and how does that work? Juggling literally physically all the
carrying all
things.
the plates, and we make sure that everybody wears slip-proof shoes. That's a requirement. When you come in and you're interviewing, we're talking about what you're wearing and what's going to be comfortable. And so even, the host stand, they can kind of wear whatever they want, but they end up going back to, just making sure that they have that rubber sole on there.
We've got to dish on all the dishes. So tell me just a wide variety of all the things that Davios has to offer.
Yes. So we have an amazing, extensive menu. And so when we're training staff, that's the biggest thing that we want to convey to them is we will do mock service with them. So they're coming in and they're training every single day. But the number one thing is the food. So we want them to guide the guests through the menu, not just tell them, oh, this and this, and we have this. But we start at on the left side of the menu where you're having the appetizers. So we have our signature Davios meatballs. And
They're delicious.
Yes,
They're
yes.
huge.
They're huge.
My son, favorite thing on the menu, of course, he would just eat meatballs for breakfast if he could. And honestly, Caleb, I'm gonna order you some meatballs for breakfast, okay, from Davios. But they're so delicious and just scrumptious. What else?
Yeah. And then we have another big item is, we have seafood towers. We have an amazing amount of seafood on our list. So not only with the steaks, but we also have seafood, and we get those items from Foley's, and it's fresh, flown in every day. So getting that, having that appetizer on there,
And it's
doing a seafood
gorgeous.
tower.
The tower is
with all the
beautiful.
beautiful
The
ice
variety.
and all the everything. So, we go there, and then, everything's scratch made. So you have beautiful salads, and my favorite is the beet salad. I love beets.
Ooh, yum.
And we do a pistachio little crunch on it, and so it's sweet and salty, and it's perfect. And then all of our pastas are made handmade in the restaurant. So we go from appetizers, salad, pasta, and then of course our steak. They're 55 days wet aged, and they're phenomenal. So the quality of everything is there. We ship everything in, and so sometimes people are like, oh, it's so pricey here. Well, you're getting that quality because Steve is very particular with what he puts in. Everything is the same throughout all of them. So you can eat in a Boston Davios, and then you're going to get the same quality here in Texas. We're not changing things up. Yeah, we could go local and cheaper, but we really want people to experience Davios.
Let's do it. Jacqueline, let's go to Davios right now and show them a little variety of what we just talked about.
Would you like to try our baked Alaska?
So let's get into my favorite salad, which is the beet salad. You've got ricotta cheese, a pistachio brittle, and then of course the beautiful beets, and then also a yogurt that goes with it.
All right, here we go, Jacqueline. Okay, amazing. It's just so crisp and fresh and healthy. I love beets. Okay, let's go for, it's like a candied, that crunch. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. Wow, I can't stop. Like, amazing. So what am I eating with this one? The candied
Yes, so that is our pistachio brittle.
pistachio brittle.
Yes, and this one is also gluten-free. So it's a delicious gluten-free salad.
What an exciting choice for gluten-free too.
Okay, I know you've had the classic gnocchi with us, but this is our gnocchi bolognese. So beef, pork, and veal is in the sauce. We just recently did the Taste of the Colony, and this is what we served all of our guests.
I'm so excited. Here we go.
Right?
It is so good.
And we can also do a gluten-free version of this. So we do have gluten-free gnocchi, and then this is our classic potato gnocchi.
Wow. It is delicious. Exploding with flavor. I don't know which is my favorite. It's amazing. Wow. I'm like, okay, a little bit of the meat sauce in here. So good. They're just so soft and pillowy, you know? I love gnocchi.
Hi, I'm Austin Brown from Davios. This is our pan-seared salmon that we fly in fresh every day from Foley's with confit potatoes, tomatoes, a white wine butter sauce, and a crab lemon butter on top.
Crab lemon butter.
Yes. One of my favorite dishes at Davios.
Oh my God. That was so fun. And we need to close here talking about the Davios experience.
Yes, absolutely. We are Davios Northern Italian Steakhouse. We're probably one of the premier restaurants in Grandscape. We want you to come in through the front door and be greeted by our hosts and with a friendly smile, then sit down at a table and get the best service. We really work hard on training our service staff. And, in Steve's book, he talks about the guests that come in the door, but also our inner guests. So our service staff is our inner guests. And being a general manager here, it's about taking care of, the front of the house, the back house, the guests that come through the door, being a host, but more importantly, those inner guests. We want them to want to work for us. We really care about, Steve does a family meal. So we sit down, the chefs prepare dinner for everybody, and we sit down together and we go over notes and we talk about the service, what we can do better, how we can make an experience, really well for the guests that come in. So for that, it's kind of fostering all those things, and it's very important to Steve that as a general manager that I'm doing those things for him. So when guests come in, they sit down, they have a happy, server that comes that wants to do nothing but take care of them, walk them through the menu, give them some, silent service at the table if they're having a meeting. If it's a celebration, we want to make sure anniversaries, we're putting rose petals down, making sure their candles lit, and they have a card on the table. Birthdays, that we send something out for the birthday, and they have a birthday card. So we really want to make sure that the guests come in and they can just sit down and enjoy the whole evening, and where they, whatever they're asking for, their wishes are command.
Thank you so much, Jacqueline. And I can echo, it is where I took my husband for his birthday, something so memorable. And again, it is just that first class cut above the rest of all the other restaurants. It is definitely somewhere that is a memorable occasion, whether it's coming to have a lunch and you want to just be taken care of, and you want to be able to dress to impress or be a little casual, but Davios brings it every single time. Y'all, every meal I've had is delicious. I'll have to say that the gnocchis are my favorite, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah.
And it's like melt in your mouth butter, but like just so smooth. And the flavor profile of every dish is so exquisite. And I just feel so fancy eating it. And it's just so good, but it's like that comfort food with elegance. I love it. So good. All the pastas. The steak is just mouth-watering. My husband loves the steak. I mean, we could never replicate it. Everything is flown in so fresh, from the seafood and the desserts. The desserts are amazing. I mean, I had such a hard time because they bring the cart over. They're like, all right, which one? I was like, one of each.
Yep. We have amazing pastry chef, Sam Hawk. And, it's that scratch made, like everything being made right in front of you. So
thank you so much, Jacqueline. We'll have to have you back.
you're welcome.
All right, and go ahead and check out Davios on their website. See you next time. This show is brought to you by Real News Communications Network, your digital destination for video podcasts, produced by media and podcast experts. Podcasting at the speed of news, powered by Real News PR. Visit realnewscn.com for our podcast show library and launchashow.com to do just that, launch a show.
about service here. Anyone else remember?
I love it.